Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Today I want to talk about something that separates great leaders from the rest. The power of humility in leadership. And who better to learn from than retired Navy SEAL Jocko Willink, a man who has led teams in the most high-pressure situations imaginable. Trust is the foundation of every strong team, and humble leaders understand that building trust is not about demanding respect, it's about earning it. When a leader is humble, they create an environment where people feel safe, valued, and heard. They don't act like they have all the answers. Instead, they acknowledge that everyone on the team has something valuable to contribute. This simple mindset shift makes a huge difference. When leaders show humility, they encourage open communication. Team members feel comfortable sharing ideas, voicing concerns, and even challenging decisions without fear of punishment. This openness leads to better collaboration, smarter decision-making, and a stronger sense of unity within the team. People naturally trust leaders who listen to them, who recognize their efforts, and who admit when they're wrong. A humble leader also gives credit where it's due. Instead of taking all the praise for themselves, they highlight the contributions of their team. This not only boosts morale, but also motivates people to work harder, knowing their efforts will be acknowledged. On the flip side, when something goes wrong, a humble leader doesn't point fingers. They take responsibility and focus on finding solutions rather than blaming others. Trust is not built overnight. It's built through consistent actions. A leader who leads with humility, values their people, and puts the team's success above their own ego creates an environment where trust grows naturally. And when a team trusts their leader, they perform at their best. Great leaders take full responsibility for everything that happens within their team. Jocko Willink calls this extreme ownership. The idea that a leader does not blame others for problems, but instead takes full accountability. When things go wrong, weak leaders point fingers, make excuses, or shift blame. But strong leaders own the situation, learn from it, and take action to fix it. This approach builds trust, respect, and a culture of responsibility within the team. A leader who practices extreme ownership sets the tone for everyone else. If they take responsibility for mistakes, their team will do the same. If they make excuses, their team will follow that behavior too. By owning every decision, every success, and every failure, a humble leader creates an environment where people focus on solutions rather than wasting time on blame. This not only improves teamwork, but also makes the organization stronger and more adaptable. Extreme ownership also means taking responsibility for communication. If someone on the team didn't understand a task, it's not their fault, it's the leader's responsibility to ensure clarity. If a deadline is missed, the leader looks at how they could have better supported their team. This mindset removes ego from leadership and replaces it with accountability. Humble leaders understand that leadership is not about being perfect, it's about setting an example, learning from mistakes, and continuously improving. When a leader owns everything, the team becomes more disciplined, more confident, and more committed to success. Great leaders don't try to be the smartest person in the room, they listen. Humble leaders understand that leadership is not about having all the answers, but about asking the right questions. When a leader listens, they show their team that their opinions and ideas matter. This creates a culture of trust, respect, and collaboration where people feel valued and empowered to contribute. Many leaders make the mistake of thinking they must always be the one speaking, directing, or making decisions on their own. But the best leaders know that real wisdom comes from listening. They pay attention to their team, ask for input, and genuinely consider different perspectives before making decisions. This approach leads to better problem solving because no single person can see every challenge from all angles. Listening also strengthens relationships. When people feel heard, they become more engaged, motivated, and loyal to the team. They are more likely to take ownership of their work and go the extra mile because they know their leader values them. In contrast, when leaders ignore their team's ideas, they create an environment where people stop sharing, stop caring, and simply follow orders without passion or creativity. A humble leader listens not just to respond, but to understand. They listen with the intent to learn, grow, and make better decisions. By prioritizing listening over talking, leaders create stronger teams, build trust, and inspire a culture of open communication that drives long-term success. Humble leaders don't try to control everything themselves, they empower their team. Instead of micromanaging or making every decision, they trust their people, delegate responsibilities, and create an environment where individuals feel confident taking initiative. This not only makes the team stronger, but also allows the leader to focus on bigger picture goals. When leaders empower others, they send a clear message: I trust you. And trust is a powerful motivator. When team members feel trusted, they take more ownership of their work. They think creatively, solve problems independently, and push themselves to perform at a higher level. On the other hand, leaders who micromanage or hold on to all the decision-making limit their team's growth and create a culture of dependency. Empowering others also means providing support. A humble leader doesn't just assign tasks and walk away. They make sure their team has the resources, guidance, and encouragement needed to succeed. They mentor, coach, and give constructive feedback, not to control, but to help their people grow. A great leader's job is not to do all the work alone, but to build a team that can function even in their absence. Jocko Willink often says that the goal of leadership is to create future leaders. By trusting and empowering others, leaders develop strong, capable teams that can operate independently, take initiative, and drive success. A humble leader lifts others up, knowing that the strength of the team is what truly defines great leadership. Admitting mistakes is one of the most powerful things a leader can do, yet many struggle with it because they fear it will make them look weak. In reality, the opposite is true. Humble leaders understand that no one is perfect, and they're not afraid to acknowledge when they make a mistake. This honesty creates trust within the team and sets an example that mistakes are not failures, they are opportunities to learn and grow. When a leader admits their mistakes, it encourages a culture of accountability. If a leader refuses to acknowledge their own errors, their team will likely do the same, leading to a toxic environment where people hide problems instead of solving them. But when leaders own up to their mistakes, it gives their team the confidence to do the same, which leads to continuous improvement and innovation. A humble leader not only admits mistakes, but also takes action to fix them. They don't dwell on failure or make excuses. Instead, they analyze what went wrong, learn from it, and adjust their approach moving forward. This mindset helps the entire team grow stronger and more resilient over time. Jocko Willink's concept of extreme ownership ties into this perfectly. Leaders take full responsibility for their actions and their team's results. When a leader embraces this mindset, they don't lose respect. They gain it. People admire leaders who are honest, self-aware, and willing to improve. That is what separates great leaders from the rest. The best leaders don't just talk about values like discipline, hard work, and integrity. They show it through their actions. Leadership is not about giving orders. It's about setting an example that others want to follow. A humble leader understands that their team is always watching, and the way they act influences the entire culture of the group. When a leader leads by example, they create a standard of excellence. If they work hard, their team will work hard. If they stay calm under pressure, their team will learn to do the same. But if a leader cuts corners, avoids responsibility, or acts selfishly, their team will follow that behavior too. Leadership is not about what you say, it's about what you do every single day. Jocko Willink often emphasizes discipline as a core principle of leadership. A leader who is disciplined, punctual, and committed to constant improvement naturally inspires their team to adopt the same mindset. They don't demand respect, they earn it through their consistent actions. This builds trust and loyalty within the team because people feel confident following someone who truly embodies the values they preach. Leading by example also means showing humility. A great leader is not afraid to do the hard work alongside their team. They listen, they learn, and they show that they are willing to improve just like everyone else. This approach creates a strong, motivated team that doesn't just follow orders, but believes in the mission and works towards success together.